Yo, 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 what's good, people? we got we got the fake iKaanic in the room to start, baby. It's me, the real iKaanic. And then the fake iKaanic. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? YouTube, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're just chilling today, man. We're just chilling. Michael, what's good? What's good? I just wanted to chill with y'all. You know, we're doing the freestyle, I mean the reactions on Mondays, and that's gonna be a staple. I love it. Mo Music Mondays. Wednesdays, Fridays, we doing freestyles, and then Tuesdays, we're gonna cut the Tuesday streams, baby. So I just wanted to chill with y'all right now. Didn't want to cancel abruptly. So just wanted to hang out. Lucas Moores, just hanging out, and also freestyling. I'll probably freestyle a little bit here and there if the conversation slows down. That's gonna be my fallback. That's gonna be my fallback. What's good to the people chilling? But right now, see what I'm doing to the beat. I be moving so fluidly. Yes, you know I'm steady gonna be cruising. Who be choosing? Saying what's good to Lucas, ×2 though. Lucas Moore's in the room. Lucas Univasan in the room too. Hi, how you doing? Yes, we're feeling true. Every day the day, yes, I'm never gonna rule. Heading out to Peru with the lyrics that they do. Yes, up in my mind, I'm gonna peruse. I know that I be gonna be amused. Nah, damn, sounds great, man. You know that we got the great songs. Every day, yes, I say this. Every day, yes, I say okay. Jerry Noche, gonna know he's saying what's good. How y'all feeling though, baby? We're chilling today. It's a casual live session. If y'all got questions you wanna ask me, feel free. If not, we're just gonna hang back a little low-key. Shouts to everyone chilling in the room. You know, we'll see. We might do a reaction or two in this session. We'll see how that goes. It's funny whenever I'm just sitting by myself, I kind of bop. I have this like rhythm in my mind, so I just kind of bop up and down. It's kind of, I don't know if it's weird, but it's just what I do. You can see it in the Omegle videos. You can see it in the Omegle videos. When the background music's playing. When the background music's playing, nothing's actually playing. But I'm just kind of bopping. Hey, what's good, Tristan? Lucas says, when did you start freestyling? So when I actually started, it was 2020, like maybe very late 2019. Maybe very late 2019 is when I first started, you know, attempting freestyles. I don't even know how I would demonstrate how I started. I might have to do a then and now video of my like initial freestyles versus my current freestyles. Let's turn the music down as we're talking. And I would just freestyle a bunch. Hold up. Let me actually just do ask me anything and then pin that shit. Chillin with Con Crew. All right. So yeah, late 2019, 2020, and then that's when I saw in Harry Mack's videos that he was doing lessons back then, right? He had, if you go back to like old Wordplay Wednesdays, or even Gorilla Bars, like Gorilla Bars 1, 2, he might have had lessons in the description of those too. If you go check that out, he used to offer it. Now it's too busy, too chaotic, and he's more working on a course type shit. So no one-on-one as of right now. But anyway, so that's when I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna meet the man. I wasn't even really trying to be like freestyling like that, you know. And I guess this is Tristan, this is answering your question as well as the freestyling question. But yeah, I wasn't even trying to freestyle like that, you know. I never thought I would be streaming live, never thought I'd be like doing it for strangers. But I just kind of wanted to meet Harry. So I took the lessons. It was dope. It was dope. Obviously, I actually have recordings of those lessons, so that might be a good one day to dig up and post in some regard. But regardless of all that, that's how I met Harry. And then that's when I really started, practicing, because I wanted to get better. There were 4 separate sessions, so I wanted to, get better for the sessions, and then I kept going because it was super fun. And then I kind of put like a mini freestyle at the end of one of my reaction videos, one of my Harry Mack reaction videos. So they were long as hell. And then people were like, "Yo, that's dope. You should put more." So that kind of pushed me to put a little bit more. It pushed me to put some highlights of my private practice sessions. And then I started doing live streams. But that's also how I met Harry too, through the lessons. We kind of hit it off, very similar thought processes on a lot of different things. And I was in the position to where I just left my 9 to 5. I just left my 9 to 5 back in January, end of January. Literally the first day of my first lesson with Mack, I had put in my two weeks notification, which was crazy. 2 weeks notification? What? 2 weeks notification. God damn. I'm lacking with mental power today. I swear, if I was doing reactions, bars would be flying over my head. But yeah, so I was doing, social media consulting type stuff. And he needed his clips, his streams to be clipped and helped with social media and stuff. So he's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's join the team or whatever. And now it's literally, I think, actually the 9th, May 9th. So this Sunday is going to be 1 year with working with Mack. 1 year. And that's before I did the reaction channel. So that's kind of the start of the Harry Mack stuff journey for me. And now it's what I do full time, Harry Mack. And then my YouTube, obviously, Twitch and everything that I do. Plus, some fun stuff and on the horizon for your boy too. Stay tuned. All right, so let's move on. Definitely ask whatever questions y'all are curious about. And yeah, how did you become a Carmelo fan? That's funny. I actually got this jersey from my friend who was just giving away a bunch of jerseys. And he was like, "Yo, I have a bunch of jerseys. Do you want one or two?" Or like, I was like, "Let me see what you got." And he had a Melo Nuggets jersey. I was like, "Oh, let me cop that. That's classic." So like, yeah, I'm a Melo fan. I'm not like, I wouldn't list Melo as like one of my top favorite players, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to grab a Melo Nuggets jersey. I had to have that in the arsenal. I don't even have that many jerseys. I got Butler and Melo, but I feel like there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna, I'm gonna have the finances to be comfortable to just randomly get some shit like that to hang on a wall in a studio. So if I were to get other jerseys, it would probably be definitely a Bulls Rose jersey. Who else would I get? Lillard. A Lillard Trailblazers jersey, I think. I would love that. Who else do I really fuck with? Like randomly, like a Jarrett Allen Nets jersey would be dope. I feel like I need a KD jersey. We'll see what team I need. I'm gonna get that KD jersey. Well, like, I got a bunch of favorite players. I'm super into hoops, like crazy into hoops. And actually, it's weird that Freestyle's kind of taken over. I haven't been really watching that much. Playoffs are about to start though. I'm about to hop in there and watch some more NBA. I always say that, but then I just don't. But regardless, any hoops question, I'm always up for that type of discussion. All right, let's move on. Lanto99, appreciate the question, man. Appreciate the question. What do you want to be doing 5 years from now, Tristan Clark? That's so interesting because I did used to think in those terms. Now I don't really think in those terms. I will answer the question. I'm not dodging it. I'll give you like what makes sense that could be happening 5 years from now that I'd be down for in my current mentality. But like, you never know what's gonna happen in 5 years. And 1 year ago I wasn't working with Mack, right? And now that's literally all I do. I wasn't freestyling. I wasn't, making YouTube content really. I was making some basketball content, but it wasn't consistent. It was kind of like, yo, let me try some YouTube vids and stuff. I had some basketball content, and now it's like all rap, all reaction videos, and that's just 1 year ago. And I wouldn't have told you that that's what I would be doing a year from now, right? And now with my streams, with Omega bars, with like feedback I'm getting, and me watching my own personal feedback of myself when I watch it back, I'm like, damn, bro, like I feel like I could maybe, I feel like I could maybe rap, maybe I could freestyle and maybe do my own version of gorilla bars, go out to the streets, or maybe hop in Uber and do some freestyles and be content based off freestyles. And obviously hoops and soccer I know a lot about, so that could be a thing for me. The most realistic thing is still with Mack. Still with I just want to lead the freestyle movement. I think the freestyle and Max talked about this. I think freestyle is more along. It's not just rap. It's not like rap. It's more along the lines of like meditation and like mental development and all that type of stuff, as well as the music component and rap and all that. So I think freestyle as a genre of thing to do is gonna. I feel like it's gonna be global. I fully believe that vision that Mac has, and I just want to help him lead that, and that's what I want to be doing. And if basketball kind of gets into that, I want to be hosting basketball camps, especially in Turkey, but around here, if I'm back into doing some soccer stuff, that would be dope. There's a lot of different possibilities, but that's the type of shit that I'd be want to do. See, the mental capacity is not all the way there today. That's why I got my third cup of coffee. Jose Hernandez. I got to meet King Los last year. Got to be in the studio with him and watched him work. Best day of my life. Yo, Jose. God damn. Another thing that's been on my mind is the Concast, and this session is similar, kind of that vibe, right? I want to do some podcast conversational stuff. I like talking about a whole bunch of shit, and I like talking with people. Jose, I would love to talk to you about that. Obviously, I got my own King Lo story that's more public for that you guys were there for. That was super fun, but that's super dope, bro. You got to be in the studio with Los. For me, I've never been in a studio setting like that, so I know that's in the cards for me later. Not that I'd be spitting in a studio, but I definitely will if I'm there. But I feel like that's gonna be new experiences for me that I'd want to document and show y'all and all that. So yeah, being in the studio is something that's new to me. My room is my fucking studio. But yeah. Anyway, have you ever tried psychedelics, kek? Or ketch. I don't know how to say it. I'm saying kek. Kek actually means cake in Turkish. It's spelled K-E-K. Kek. Have you ever tried psychedelics? Yes, I have. I've tried shrooms 2 or 3 times. I forgot. I think 2. And acid once. Honestly, I think for mental awakening, I think it's something that everyone. Not should, obviously. Should is a strong word, and it can fuck with certain type of mindsets and mentalities. So if you're not fully present and kind of are happy with your current situation and know what you're getting into type of stuff, you probably shouldn't do it. But in terms of rewiring certain things within the brain, it's eye-opening, it's mind-opening, third eye-opening. So yeah, it was crazy. I did it with some friends, and it was super dope. We had a sober friend that was kind of making sure shit was fine and dandy, and walking through the forest, literally trees were they were so crisp, but they were also bleeding into the background. It was very interesting. The colors, the visions, the sound, you're just engulfed in the moment, and everything is, yeah, it's something that I definitely recommend if you're trying to feel that type of difference. I don't know. I don't want to recommend shit. Do it with care and with someone who knows what they're doing, and has done it before and will be sober and guide you and make you feel safe and all that shit. But I fuck with it. Definitely want to do shrooms again for sure. Pasta Boy freestyle ? Yeah, I'll probably do some freestyles. Later on in the stream. I like that questions are coming through. Who's winning the chip this year? To me, if everyone's healthy, it's gonna be Lakers and Nets. But Nets have been going through some injury stuff. LeBron just came back. AD also just came back. He's been back for a week or 2 now. So we'll see what happens. I know that's very chalk. I thought the Nuggets really had a legitimate chance. But Jamal Murray went down, so that's tough. Jamal Murray, one of my favorite players. I actually put him number 2 on my list of favorite players right now in the league. Jimmy Butler is number 1. Jamal Murray. I put Jarrett Allen just because he's extremely smooth, and his throw is just ridiculous. But yeah, those are my favorite players. Let's go. When will you get to the double cup freestyle? This week. Yeah, I need to get back onto my like record shit and post game. Record shit and post game on the reaction. So that's something that I want to get into, and now I have somewhat of an obligation, in a good way, not in a bad way. I don't want to do it type of way, Jose. So don't catch me wrong. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get to that this week. Life is thus encounters opportunities. Don't know exactly what that means, homie, but yes, life is about encounters with other humans, and building life and energy together. I think you can do solo, but that's more of a Buddhist meditation, find enlightenment type of vibe. If you're gonna live life solo, you're not gonna get what you seek if you're alone and still rely on material or worldly pleasures. To me, that's just my thought. If you're going solo in life, you got to be comfortable within your own head. Yep. Let's go. How much are you getting paid to work with Mack? Very straightforward question. I mean, enough to, pay rent and live pretty, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not lacking anything. And then, so it's like Mac is the full-time, and then YouTube, my own stuff is like the side hustle. They're both growing, and other things might come and go. I also invest in sports cards, and so, I'm making it happen. But yeah, Mac is a successful business unto himself. So he definitely has not just me, but a couple other people also working with him. So yeah. Crazy amazing fibs. I got pictures. I'll send them to you. Oh, Jose, about the King Low studio session. That's dope. Definitely send me the pictures. And everyone, ask me some questions, man. If you got some, obviously, we might get into some freestyles as well. Patrick Rivieri, shouts out to you, homie. I don't think I've seen your name too often, so shouts out to everyone new chilling in here. Hi from the middle of the Indian Ocean. Yo, where you at? Where you at exactly? Not address, but country or island. Shouts out to people all around the globe. Steve Robinson just got here. Good morning. What's good, Steve? Start small with shrooms. If you like the ride, then get ripped. I don't know what ripped means, bro. Because shrooms is pretty fucking heavy shit. Zero Stress, what's good, homie? Spartacus, what's good? Anton Vasilov, Dan, what's up? You already going deep here. Yo, Anton, don't think I forgot about your requests. Don't think I forgot about those, homie. We're gonna get to them latest next Monday. But probably next Monday, to be real with you. Michael, having a safe place in reach can be a blessing too. Steve. Oh, you guys talking about the shrooms question, psychedelic question. Brother Khan, how did you build up the courage to start live freestyle practice when you started the first time? That's a great question, bro. Shouts out Spartacus. How'd I build up the courage? So I freestyled all the time, daily, generally in the ciphers. I was definitely in the ciphers like daily back when the Harry Mack Discord first started. I kind of pushed Mac to really start that Discord in the first place. And we set up those cipher rooms, and I was freestyling daily in those ciphers. So shouts out to everyone that I met and became friends with back, a year ago when we were really going ham in those cipher sessions. And now I freestyle a lot too. I just don't do it with people as much. But what I was doing was freestyling all the time, in my head, in the car. When I got in my car, put on some tunes, went to the gym to hoop or something, and just freestyled in the car a little bit extra. Record myself a lot. I would record myself a lot and then rewind it whenever I thought it was somewhat dope, and then I listened to it. I'm like, damn, that actually wasn't that dope. So that kind of built my confidence in freestyling. And then, I thought something was kind of decent. Oh, damn, I hit a flow there. I caught a bar there, a quick 20-second clip, 15-second clip. So I posted that at the end of my reaction videos. I kind of told this story a little bit earlier. And then And then from there, people were like, yo, dope freestyle, bro. So dope to see you, practicing and all that. So that kind of gave me some encouragement. And then if you look at Ball and Bars on my channel, I think that might have been, those were my first like freestyle sessions. I had the NBA scoreboard up in the corner, and I was like freestyling about like the commentary of the game, plus like through the chat, back and forth. But it really started on my first, like, I had this like 10-hour live session, first day of the playoffs last season, where I just watched all the playoff games, and just chatted with people on the live stream. There was like 4 or 5 people max. It was like 2 to 3 people on the stream at one time. We were just talking about the game, talking about life, saying what's good. Some friends hopped in and out. It was dope. It was dope. I was just live like all day. And then some people who fucked with, my Mack reaction content and saw, some of my clips of freestyles within the videos were like, yo, you should kick a freestyle. I was like, all right, let's do it. And it was like hour 6 of the, like random spot within a long ass live session with 2 to 3 people live. So I felt fine. Wasn't nervous at all. Just kind of went freestyled. And then so that was my first time actually freestyling while live. And I was like, you know what? Let me do this with the veil of basketball, right? Ball and bars with the veil of basketball. Let me watch basketball, talk basketball, and then freestyle in and out. And then from there, then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna freestyle. I'm just gonna freestyle practice, call it freestyle practice, so people know that I'm, I don't think I'm fucking nasty or whatever, I'm just getting better. And then from there, now I do it like daily, live and shit. So shouts out to everyone coming through and supporting the freestyle session. Spartacus, amazing question, bro. Shouts out to the 18 people. Damn, people just chilling with me, baby. I appreciate the con crew right now. Love each and every one of you. Patrick Rivieri says, what are your 3 main centers of interests? Oh, that's a great question, bro. Definitely music. So I'm not gonna limit it to freestyle or rap or hip hop, because I think it's all intertwined, and I think that like every musical interest that I have is it's a combination when I'm freestyling, right? Because I mean, you see me try to sing, you see me do these different melodies. People say I got a dope flow. I feel like sometimes I do hit dope flows. I think that's all from the musicality of what I do, instead of just the straight hip hop. Like I wasn't raised on hip hop. Like I got into rap with Eminem like my freshman year of high school, right? Or maybe a little earlier with Kanye, right? So it was a ease into, it was like Kanye, more like soulful, jazzy type vibes. I was always into, so let me say music. I'm getting on a rant. 3 main centers of interest. We might go deeper into that musical journey later. Basketball, 100% basketball is another interest of mine. And before, this freestyle shit really took over, I was like, go type in my name, Khan GM School, or just type in GM School. There's this show on NBA TV. I was a contestant. Like I know my NBA shit, like salary cap, like analytics, like deep analytics though, and definitely scouting and just everything about the league. I haven't watched that much recently, so I can't really talk on current players' performances, but if I saw, for me, I always say I can watch 30 minutes to 45 minutes of highlights of a player, like specific highlights though, that I curate, and then check out his analytics sheet, and have his physical, measurements and all that, on a page, and I know, like, I'll basically know if he's fire or not. It doesn't take that long. Honestly, it really doesn't take that long to know if someone got potential. And that's really all you need to know, is if someone has potential. So basketball, definitely that. And then, those have been the main 2 things. I would have to, so music, basketball, definitely heavily into hip hop and classic rock and Turkish, honestly, Turkish pop. I'm into some sing-songy, indie type vibe, like Jason Mraz type stuff I really fuck with. So that's my musical stuff, basketball. And then it used to be soccer. Like I was obsessed with soccer from like 5 years old to like 18, like till college basically. And then I got into basketball. But I feel like soccer is going to make a comeback for me at some point. I feel like I can be a coach. I want to do like a coach. I feel like I'm going to have a child. They're going to play soccer, and I'm going to be one of those AYSO coach dads. That's just what I envision for myself. And I feel like that's going to be a real comeback to soccer moment for me. So let me just do that. Yeah, hip hop / music. basketball, and soccer is what I'll say. Shouts out Patrick. D333, do you like Harry Mack? No, I actually hate him. He's like the worst guy. No, man, I mean, I don't know what kind of question that is. I'm just poking fun. Of course, man, he's family. He's family. Small dose, yeah, okay, let's move on from the psychedelic topic. We've talked about that. Oh shit. Hello people in here. How'd I meet Harry Mack? Yo, Zachary, shouts out. I love that question. I love answering that question, but I did answer that earlier in the stream. So you can rewind to like 3 to 5 minutes and I'm talking about that. But basically I just took lessons. I just took lessons when he was offering it, with the sole intention to meet Harry Mack, not to take lessons. So that's how I met him. No problem, man. Next Monday. Yes, sir. Monday. Mo Music Mondays. Yes, definitely record it, Spartacos. Record yourself freestyling, because if you think you don't even need to have quote-unquote good taste in music. You just have your own taste in music. And if you like certain types of music, then you will know if you like or don't like your own freestyle. You just have to be objective about it. You just need to try to view it as if it's someone else's music and then be honest with yourself if you like it or not. Like for me, I listen to my stuff and I'm like, damn, that's whack, right? You need to be able to tell yourself that you're whack, but you also need to be able to know when it's good too. You know, I think some people can go either way. You can be super confident about your own art, right? It doesn't need to be music. It could be drawing. It could be whatever. You need to know when it's actually good and compares with things that you actually like versus when it's objectively like you wouldn't listen to it if it randomly hopped on, right? And that's my own barometer. It's like, would I listen to this? Do I think it's dope? And you know, there's a lot. Those moments become more frequent. For me, at least, it's a lot more frequent now. And I'll be honest with you, I feel like, you know, there was 2 weeks ago, there was like a week where I felt like I was going really hard, and then now I feel like I've hit a slight slump. I don't know, this past week or so. That's my own judgment of it though, you know. And people always say you're getting better, you're fire, whatever, and I gotta do it. You gotta push through whatever you feel is like a slump. But everyone has winning streaks and everyone has losing streaks. In sports, in freestyling, in life, in whatever you're doing, in school. So in losing streaks doesn't necessarily mean it's L after L. You know, you might go 1-3, but then there's gonna be a week where you go 4-0. And that's kind of how I view about it. The sports can analogize to basically anything, bro. Sports is amazing. Yes sir. Who else is in the room? Michael, shouts out. Zero stress, and the rest is history. Yes sir, the rest is history. We're making history, baby. Let's go. Derek Garat. Yo, Derek Garat, what's good, homie? What's good? I feel like I haven't seen your name in a minute. Let's go. All right, what else? Damn, deja vu. Deja vu of what, homie? Do you and HM already have a tour plan when COVID is over? If yes, where are you going to start? The States or some different continent? Hey, dope question. There's no details. There's no details right now, and there actually isn't. I'm not like hiding anything. But obviously, touring and more guerrilla bars is on the horizon. I'm sure Mack has more internal thoughts about it, about like the actual like when, where he's gonna start and all that. So I don't have the 100% of the details of the latest status, but yes, we have talked about you know, touring and stuff like that, and it will happen soon, and I'm super pumped for it. It's gonna be super. I just can't believe that that's even like a thing. So I'm super pumped for it. Have you ever seen the movie Interstellar? What are your thoughts on other life in universe? Hey, see, you're getting different with it. We're getting different with it. Another one of my passions, someone was talking like interests that I have is just like thinking about shit like this. So this is right on my alley, Jose. I have not seen the movie Interstellar, but I know the vibe. And then the second part of the question is what I'm gonna talk about right now. Thoughts on life, other life in the universe. I feel like it has to be, bro. I mean, if you guys know the Fermi's paradox, which basically means, it basically states that if we believe the universe is basically infinite in its limit, like it goes on and on, then it's basically impossible or infinitesimally small probability that there isn't life somewhere else. Because and then when you really go into it, I took astronomy like 107 like senior year last semester in college. It was online 8-week astronomy course. Fire class. So happy I took it. But there's already like people like studies and research going on about stars that are similar to our sun, and then planets that are within a similar like water friendly distance of orbit. And there's a bunch of them, right? Not that there's a bunch of life, but there's a bunch of stars with orbiting moons or planets that are in a similar distance to Earth is to our sun. So, and then if you go out to the universe with the stuff that we don't know, there has to be. Fermi's paradox is, if life does exist, then why haven't they contacted us yet? Sorry, I always ramble on. Then why haven't we seen them or contacted them? Well, one, the time of the universe is billions of fucking years. It's what, 4 billion or 12 billion? I forgot. Whatever it is. And the time of humans is not even a million. We're not even a thousandth of a percent there. Like, not even close. It's not even, how many hundred, is it even 100,000 years? Isn't human history, like actual human history, when the species became evolved, isn't that only like a few 10,000-ish? 40,000, 100,000, 200, I don't know what it is, but it's not a million. So like, maybe we just haven't seen them because we've only existed for a fucking millisecond in terms of universal time. So yeah, I think it's 100%. I think 100%. All right. Let's keep it going. Shouts out to the 24 people chilling. I've played basketball more than football. Shouts out to all the basketball and soccer and football players. Do you make your own beats? I don't know if I missed that part. I do not make my own beats. No, I do love going into guitar. Fucking, what was the Apple app called? God damn it. I'm thinking of Guitar Hero, but that's not it. GarageBand. I do love going to GarageBand, fucking around with loops, and I do want to, mess around with production. I actually want to learn like piano or guitar. I feel like I might learn piano, start learning piano at some point. Not right now, but that's something I want to do. Not to produce per se, but just to, play an instrument, and it probably will lead to production. But I think I have a good ear for what loops can go. I'm not as good, or I haven't tried really making the beats myself and with a drum pad or stuff like that. I feel like if I got obsessed with it, I'd get pretty good pretty quickly, but that's just my own confidence speaking about it. But yeah, production is not really on my radar right now. I'm so fine with finding out about dope producers that make their own beats and collabing with them. But it's just so much more time. I'm a freestyle kind of guy. If I did production, I would go the J Dilla route. Make a beat onto the next one. Make a beat onto the next one. Don't go and edit it for hours and hours and hours. I hate that type of shit. I'm just let it live how it came out the first time. So I probably just make a loop, add some different stuff, I don't know. But I don't produce. So let's go to the next question. 22 people in the room. The family is chilling. Where are we at? We just answered that question. Bruce Lee says, what doesn't happen with practice happens with more practice. That's true. Bruce Lee, man, I gotta do more. Like, obviously, I really fuck with Bruce Lee and everything that I've seen and heard, but like, I feel like there's probably more things I can find out. Like, there's probably a movie, there's probably some documentaries, there's probably some books. I haven't really dug deep into the Bruce Lee visionary information wisdom type of shit that he did. I feel like we need a Bruce Lee podcast. Shout out Bruce Lee. But yeah, anyway. Zero stress. Sorry if this has been asked, but what is the first tape CD you ever got? Yo, I'm gonna be fully honest, bro. I've never went and bought a CD, like a hard CD or tape or whatever. I was always, I feel like I got into really listening to music like that later than most. I'm not even gonna lie. Obviously it was on and I would fuck with certain tunes, But I really got into music, like let me do some research, let me binge all these songs and learn lyrics and be obsessed with music. Like in middle school, like 7th grade. And that really came with, Guitar Hero. And also this mixtape that my friend made when we were going on vacation, a family friend, he made this. There was like Kanye on it, there was like Justin Timberlake, there was like, it was a dope little variety. That tape really got me into like music. And then I got into classic rock mainly as my first like love and Guitar Hero of like music. Let me listen to a bunch of artists binge and all that. And then it was Eminem and J. Cole, and Kendrick, Section 80. When Section 80 first dropped, I literally remember Section 80 first dropping. It dropped like in the same week as Acid Rap. Or not, no, Section 80 was before Acid Rap. Good Kid, Mad City and Acid Rap were very close together, because that's my freshman year college days. But Section 80 and Friday Night Lights, I think it was, were similar in time frame. So those two, I really got into new rappers that weren't Eminem. But yeah, and that's when I listened to battle rap and all that. I don't even know where we got to this topic from. First CD tape, yeah, I was just downloading shit, or YouTube, or LimeWire. LimeWire torrent that bitch. Shouts out to anyone who used LimeWire. Coach Khan putting the Little Cubs onto that 90s boom bap, Harry Mack and the I will, bro. I will definitely be playing some boom bap at soccer practice. I feel like I could be a basketball coach too. I don't know. We'll see whatever if I have a child and when he grows up or she grows up and what they fuck with obviously will influence a lot of the stuff I do when I'm older. But yeah, anyway. Will you make songs? Probably, bro. Probably, like I said, I'm starting to get into that mindset of like, damn, I maybe can do this. Especially, it's been a year or just over a year since I've really started like some music shit. People really fuck with the reactions. I think that's something that I need to not give up on as much as I have on the channel. I've been only doing live reactions. I need to post them. But the freestyles have really taken off, and now when I'm writing, I'm like, all right, like I can think of some lines and verses and some bars, fairly quickly. So I'm getting that confidence in myself that I feel like I might be able to make like a dope EP or something. But we'll see. I kind of would rather just take a longer time to get to the point where my freestyles sound like songs, and then from that point on, just keep making songs as a la Harry Mack. I think that takes longer than, making songs right now. Like I wouldn't necessarily be able to do that right now. Maybe on a hot like 2-minute run of freestyles, but that's not like a song. But I feel like I can get there. I don't know. I feel like I can get there within the next 5 to 10 years. And then after that, you have so much more time. 5 to 10 years for me. 10 years for me would be 36, 37. And you have so much more time. And when you're at that point, songs are instant. And by the time you get to that point, a certain songs and stuff like will happen. But the consistency is the craziness of Harry Mack. So yeah, that's kind of how I think about it. I'm not really in a hurry. I never thought I would be like an artist or like a rapper or whatever I am. I thought I'd be like, if you ask me my 5-year plan fucking 5 years ago, I was taking some professional engineering test and getting some license and being a manager and all that shit that, I never really wanted to do, but it seemed like that's what I should do. So yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely, I feel like I will make songs eventually. But that's just how I feel right now. Hosting the dopest pizza parties, Michael. Don't know what that means, but if I had some pizza right now, it would be a fucking party. That's for sure. I love making pizza. Maybe I should just make pizza and eat it with y'all one day. I'm really fucking with this session. It's been 45 minutes and it's flown by. I'm really fucking with this session. Appreciate everyone in here. 23 people in here too. That's crazy. Anyway, first thing I would do if I won the Lotto. Interesting. Very interesting question. I would probably like give half to my parents or something like that, or a quarter, a decent sum to my parents. And then probably buy a house, like straight, like cash, like here you go type vibes. And then with the remaining, invest in some shit. I don't know. I wouldn't go crazy. Like, I don't really need things. I really don't need things at all. That's why I've been wearing the same fucking shit since COVID started. I gotta go, I do think it's important to not important, but I do like looking somewhat nice and having some shirts that I think are dope. But regardless of if you have a whole closet full of dope shirts, like in 5 years they're gonna go old and not look as clean and crisp and all that. So I feel like it's time for me. I feel like it's time for me to get out there and maybe buy a shirt or something. Anyway, well, yesterday you were hitting bullseyes. Hey, Michael, appreciate that. Jonko, I thought that was years ago too. Basically, the best way to climb the ranks in games is consistency, mindset, and carrying the people you don't care about. Feel like that's the same in real life. And mindset and carrying the people you don't care about. I don't know what that means. That part of it, but yeah, man, the consistency. I think. So one thought that I had, especially during my basketball days, is no one does the same thing and loves doing it and does it for 10 years and not be doing something with it. To me, like if you're doing something that you fully love and you're legitimately spending 2 to 3 hours a day on it for 10 years, you're gonna do something with it. I fully believe that. Like, I fully believe it. If that's your intention, if you believe that you can, and you act that way, it's tough because people don't really do that though. That's the thing. Like, there's not a lot of people that actually do that one thing that they love for 10 years. Or do something that you love for 10 years and then you'll get somewhere, especially with the internet. That's kind of my story, right? I'm not full-time basketball right now. I thought I would be, back then. But I'm doing music and rap shit. But if you asked me in 8th grade, freshman year, sophomore year of high school, what I would do at night after homework's done and all that, it would be binging fucking freestyles and memorizing lyrics. And singing them and going into my car on every drive and blasting a song, rewind the verse and rapping along with it, rewind it when I fuck up, do a line, rewind it literally every time I fuck up, rewind the whole verse back and do it until I fuck up again, rewind it, and then in time you get the whole verse and then you go on to the next verse. If you want to memorize the next verse. For me, a lot of the times I only wanted to memorize one verse, like Hard Knock by Joey Badass. I have the last Joey Badass verse memorized. I don't have the rest of it memorized because I would always skip to that verse. Or Renegade, like I memorized Eminem's verses in Renegade before I memorized Jay-Z's verses in Renegade, because I would skip to M's verses a lot of the time if I'm at a computer. But then in my car, the whole song is so dope that when I got into the car memorization phase of my rap stuff, I would memorize Jay-Z's verse too because it's nasty, both of them. So and yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing some cover streams. Thinking about doing some cover streams for sure. In the future, I'm gonna make a whole song list of shit that I've memorized. There's gonna be some random like low key, B-side type, like mixtape type shit from artists that I'm just gonna have memorized on the song list. Definitely need to pull up lyrics. When I say have memorized, I mean have had memorized at one point in my life. So it'll be easier to run that back in my head. But yeah, Tristan Clark, loving the Q&A. I'm loving the Q&A too, bro. This is so fun right now. Let's refresh it. Let's refresh, as Harry Mack would say. Let's refresh the chat. I don't know where I'm at, so I'm just gonna scroll. Why is my chat's hidden? Stupid fucking mod. Nice mathematician. I don't know if they're hidden or not. I just haven't scrolled all the way down. But we don't really. Jonko's a mod, but we don't have too many mods. I might have to do that. Shouts out to people who are here all the time. Where's the music go though? Shouts out Fixin for the background music right now. Go check out my man Fixin. He's not my man. I don't know him, but his beats have been nasty recently. All right. Do you like cashews? Crazy. I fuck with cashews. I fuck with almonds. I don't really fuck with pecans, but I feel like they've been growing on me recently in the trail mix bags, like with pecans in them. I'm like, all right, I could fuck with pecans. Anyway, what we on? Max 10-hour rapathon. Any chance we see you make an appearance to give H-Mac a quick break? I think I think he because I suggested that back for the 7-hour one. I was like, yo, do you need me to hop in? Do you want like a happy hour vibe or like some conversations? I think the challenge of it for him is the fact that he committed to it and he's gonna finish it, right? And it's also that it is freestyle for that amount of time, right? So I think the idea that he doesn't really take a break is ingrained within those marathon streams. So no, I won't be hopping on that stream. And I don't think he's gonna be doing anything different than that. But I might be wrong. This is what the vibes that I'm getting from him after talking to him. So he could always change it, and that'll be fine too. But it's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. The 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. I'm thinking like it is a cool rite of passage though, right? It seems like it's a cool rite of passage. There hasn't been a freestyle rapper to really do that. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, if one day my shit blows up or whatever and I get to that level, would I do it? But I think you got to get there first. So we'll think about it when that happens, or if that happens. Will you do an ice bucket challenge? What is that? You just get ice thrown on you? Like, I feel like that's not even that hard. Like, yeah, it's going to be cold, but like, just focus on your breath for a little bit. I've taken ice baths before after hard soccer games. Continue having a fabulous day. Hey, Ron, you continue having a fabulous day too, man. Appreciate that. This Q&A AMA session has like lifted my energy so much, guys. Appreciate y'all. Rick Essenberg, what's good, yo? Chillin', bro. Chillin' with the fam. As we do with the crew. Do you read books, says Arns or Arnes? What's your favorite? I don't really read books. I fuck with audiobooks. I fuck with podcasts. I fuck with videos. I'm a very audio-visual learner. Audio-visual encapturer of information. That's a mouthful, but you know what I mean. I never fucked with reading. But that's not to say that I don't fuck with the stories and I don't fuck with the words and the way they use sentences and words to convey emotions and pictures and all that. So I just never, the act of reading letters on a page is never something that I was interested in. And I always hated it. Spark Notes was my best friend, or just don't read shit and gather context from the class's conversation, raise my hand and give a thought on that. Made it seem like I was really good at that. I was good at picking up what was going on, even if I didn't really read it. But yeah, audiobooks are a huge, like a lifesaver, honestly, for people like me. I feel like there's a lot of people like me in that regard. So yeah, but podcasts have been more my thing. I have gotten into and out of audiobooks, but I'll definitely, like, audiobooks are going to be a staple for me. I can smell it. I love listening to the ones I've have. And the ones I have, let me just say, the Checklist Manifesto, super dope. For me, I read books to gain 1 to 2 to 5 nuggets of information that I keep in my head. Checklist Manifesto was one of them. This nugget stayed with me. Literally, pilots, they didn't have checklists. And Boeing created an airplane that was too complex to fly, and it crashed or something happened. It didn't crash, or they weren't able to get through simulations or whatever. Like, the most advanced pilots would need like weeks of training to even be able to fly it or something like that, and they had a whole fleet of these planes, and they were like, let's make some checklists. And then the simplest, or like beginner pilots or people who just passed their pilot exam or whatever that is for pilots, were able to pass through the simulations easily and fly through it. And just a checklist introduced that. Same type of crazy story with hospitals. Surgery mistakes went down literally to like 0% when checklists were involved in certain cases. And there were like a lot of errors that were happening, way more than you would want. So yeah, Checklist Manifesto is an audiobook that really caught my eye or ear. And there's a bunch of others. That's just the first one that came through to my mind. Any thoughts on interview content, perhaps someone you look up to? Yeah, man, interview content is definitely something that not only have I done in a basketball context a lot, but it's something that I feel like I could be somewhat good at. I love talking, I love answering questions, I love asking questions, I love expanding upon topics or like a certain sentence or like a random word usage. You know, I like digging into some random shit. It just sparks different thoughts in my mind. Talking and interviewing and all that conversation is some of my favorite things to do. So yes, I do think that interview content will appear on this channel at some point. Don't know when, could be soon, especially with this Q&A session being so fucking fun. I might just bring people on to ask me questions. Who knows? Happy hour style, but with no freestyles. Or maybe with freestyles. Who knows? Who would you most like to collaborate with? I mean, are we dreaming here? Because if we're dreaming, well, obviously, I haven't collabed with Mack yet. So, Mack, obviously. But I feel like that's just in time will happen. So that answer is kind of lazy to me, just because we're like friends at this point, and we're doing all this shit. So besides Mack, and like besides M, because to me M and Mack, those two are tops at my list. Probably like Chance the rapper. I feel like you know, Chicago kid. I knew about him back since like his 10-day days. We're fairly similar in age, and his poetry and his flow on those first two tapes, and now his most recent singles that he's dropping, so fire, and I fuck with him. So yeah, probably Chance, J. Cole and Kendrick too, but obviously I feel like those are fairly, especially J. Cole, Kendrick, and M are like straightforward. So I want to give something off kilter a little bit. Who is your favorite mod? I think I only have one mod on this channel. Yeah, though focusing on my shit has not been a priority for me that much. But you know, it will be. I've just been freestyling on my channels. You know, it's kind of the easiest thing to do too. I just hit live, freestyle, and people, you know, a lot of people fuck with it, or do reactions, which is super fun. But it's not like it's not a lot of energy or creative thinking going into my channels recently. And you know, having mods and doing that, and you know, having people set up the Discord, like that's part of that, right? It's mental energy that you are putting in to develop your own community and stuff. That's something that I gotta do more. But you know, it is what it is at this point. Do you study? D333. Do I study? That's interesting. What do you mean by study? If you elaborate, I'll answer that question. But like, I feel like I'm constantly studying. I feel like just seeing and living and, you know, consuming content or information, like everything is just content, whatever you want to call it, right? Your eyesight, your ears, your senses is content. You're observing the world, and you're learning. So I feel that's my approach on generally everything. So I feel like I'm constantly studying, but in terms of like the word study, like from books, like when I was in school, yeah, I would study, definitely on some procrastination shit though. I was very good at school. It wasn't that hard for me, you know, so that was dope. I could study the night before and basically get an A. College kind of pushed me a little bit harder, but I was fine in college too. And you know, that might be why I kind of needed to leave it. I feel like I never was gonna achieve full potential in a school, college-led path down to like an engineering degree and job in a cubicle, or even like a data analyst job at like DraftKings at a startup. Super fun. That's what I did for 2 years before I dipped and did my own shit. But yeah, I definitely study, I would say. All right, let's see. Favorite streaming series? I don't know what do you mean? Just in general, or my own? I don't know what that means, bro, but Happy Hour with Harry Mack, easily. So fun meeting the guests that we bring on, seeing the smiles, being part of it, co-hosting those little mini interactions with Mack between segments. So fun. So definitely Happy Hour. But yeah. Let's see. Do you think we can solve the problems of today, climate change, inequality, within the current capitalist system, or do we need an alternative? This is so interesting. I was literally thinking about just humans and animals and evolution and just all that shit like yesterday or 2 days ago, in this way, and it was new for me to think about in this way. It's foolish to me that people that think we're not getting better on the macro like as a whole, as a, you know, the globe, humans as a society. Because if you believe in natural selection and Darwin and you know, biological competition and all that stuff, which, you know, I feel like it's tough not to believe given everything that you can learn about it. I think overall, like the mental, it has now, we've passed the physical evolution point. We don't need to become more like stronger or blend into the physical environment better, or any or like have a certain sized beak or a certain sized hand or a certain sized muscle. It's about the efficiency of problem solving, I think, in life, right? The problem could be don't get eaten by a fucking cheetah, in case of some animals. The problem could be find a fucking rat to eat, you know, if you're like a snake or whatever. Or the problem could be, you know, finding out why you're even alive in the first place once consciousness and thought processes and like philosophy starts entering into the brains of the human at this point. And now it's like how to become one. I think for me, a big thing for me is dictators, wars, land grabs, or even right now what we're doing. It's all there's this underlying or overlaying thing of being one, right? Even the most evil people in the world were trying to take over the world so they could control it for their people, so the whole world would become their people. Well, if you take the positive opposite, you know, the flip side of that, it could also be, yo, let's become one, and then you could go into AI type stuff, right? Becoming one with the consciousness, or getting into the networks and all that. The becoming one is big to me. Or enlightenment in Buddhist religion and meditation, you're becoming one with the universe. So that I think, or religion, right? God, he's one, you are part of him, he created you, you're gonna die, you're gonna go to what he created. Like in any major answer needing situation, like it's all about becoming one, or connecting with people, or with energy, or whatever. So I think overall, yeah. I don't know what we means though. Who is we can solve. I think things are just gonna happen, and we're gonna find out. Like if humans go extinct because climate change, well, that just means that something else will not go extinct because of climate change, and they will carry on. You know, and that's just how I see it. I do think, you know, AI and machines and all that has the potential to become that new whatever species that they're gonna classify themselves at, right? But yeah, man, I think things are just gonna happen. Capitalism became what it became because that's what humans did as a whole. It's not evil or wrong, it's just what it is. But Anyway, just joined, but I hear something about checklists. This is also especially useful for planes. Yeah, bro, pilots and planes is literally what I talked about when I talked about checklists. Jonko says, I want another rap interview podcast like setting like the King Los one. Yeah, bro. Yes, sir. That's definitely gonna happen. And you know, there's some fun stuff in the works. Not particularly on my channel, but it's gonna be fun, bro. And I'm gonna start doing some stuff like that. The Concast, anyone who knows me, the Concast has been a thought in my mind for a fucking minute, but thoughts need to be executed. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm still very grateful for the mod. First time someone modded me, and it definitely helped me grow mentally. Hey, that's dope, bro. That's dope, bro. I mean, you were always on the scene, plugging my shit, letting people know what's up. So yeah, for sure. Shouts out Michael, who, you know, I might give my man Michael some mod love too. Hachiko Dog, what's good, homie? Sarah, hey, guess who's hella late, but I'm glad to come in and say what's good. Hey, what's good, Sarah? We chillin'. He's spitting facts though. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Jason Smith, last question before I go. Shoot some hoops with my son. That's fire. Then wishing Khan Crow last week. Q&A's fire. Oh, what's your last question? I don't see your question, bro. Sorry, my man. A different species might come up, 100%. I believe that for sure. Jose says, growing up, did you ever think about hidden treasures around the world? I just finished this great series. This is a robbery on Netflix about these robbers taking ancient pictures. Yeah, man. Hidden treasures around the world. It's funny because then there's that other side of people thinking we've gotten worse. Because I feel like, you know, Native Americans and people who lived one with the earth and nature had something somewhat figured out, right? Had something somewhat figured out, right? And I wonder when greed kind of took over. Because I feel like are animals greedy? That's something that I always think about. But I'm not gonna go into that topic. That's a whole nother can of worms. But hidden treasures around the world. I don't know if I've ever thought about it, but thinking about it right now, I feel like there's so much that we don't know, especially about like Egyptian culture, and I'm sure some other cultures that just completely got erased. I feel like that's a fact too. It's really interesting to the limits of humans and the fact that we in certain areas we might have gone backwards, you know, or we might have already peaked in certain areas that we need to go and achieve that peak again. Or maybe the incentives of what current life has defined for us won't ever push us down that path. But you know, I don't know, it's interesting. Hidden artifacts, stealing them or whatever. I mean, war happens, you kill people, you steal stuff from people. It's all about what people perceive to be valuable for their own greedy needs. Like, oh shit, this is rare, it might sell for a lot, let me steal it. And you know, museums are always funny to me, especially those who have mostly like artifacts and shit like that. It's like, where'd you get that? You know, where'd you get that? Is it is the owner down for you to have that? And that's a whole literal business, people selling tickets, a whole economy around things that, you know, definitely isn't yours. You may or may not have consent to display it, as is the case with a lot of like paintings and all that shit. But Death Nut Challenge 2.0 live, yes or no? What the fuck is that, bro? What's the Death Nut Challenge? Do you believe in hidden treasures? I mean, yeah, what? Of course, I'm sure shit has fallen off some ships and went to like the depths of the ocean that we haven't found. Are you serious? I'm down to believe in like fucking, what's Atlantic City, or what's the underground city, underwater city that like got this, whatever. I'm down to believe that too. People, there's so much shit we don't know. There's so much shit we don't know. Well, our brains are shrinking, right? Smaller brains doesn't necessarily mean less efficient. So like brain size doesn't necessarily mean anything. I do believe that oxygen levels, I know like oxygen levels were a lot higher when dinosaurs were around. So like if we were alive back then, oh shit, what's happening? This podcast just started. I do believe that if our brains existed in that oxygen level, that we'd be smarter and it would work faster and more efficiently and all that. So maybe processing our atmosphere in a more efficient way is something that could make us smarter. But yeah, efficiency, I mean, microchips are dope, right? I don't necessarily think microchips have the capacity of what DNA cells are able to do within that size. So that's kind of where we're trying to go. But, you know, I think efficiency is more important than size at all times. Anton Vasilev Khan, are you familiar with Epic Rap Battles of History? Yes, I am, and I used to binge that shit. I used to be like up to date with that, like literally waiting for drops of new episodes back when they first started. It was like old though, quite old. But I haven't watched that channel in years, and they're still going, bro. They're still going. People still fuck with it. Super dope to see Epic Rap Battles of History still going as like a brand. Right? Because that's like high school shit for me. Like over 10 years ago, they were big back then. The classic shit. And they're still going. I haven't watched it in years, seriously though. It's more gimmicky, obviously, and I shouldn't shit on it because I haven't watched it. But in a good way, not in a bad way. Hachiko Dog does, I don't know what that means. Oh, the brain shrinking, you feel that way? Yeah, I guess. Let's go. 13th Ray of Ra. Have you heard about mud fossils and how all stones, minerals, and metals were once biologically of biological origin, meaning veins of gold were actual veins. Oh, maybe. I mean, sure, I could believe that, but I also wouldn't just straight up believe it. I could believe that it could be true. It'll be tough to prove, or maybe not. You could maybe trace some DNA. I don't know. I haven't heard of it though. That sounds interesting. Do you have children, or do you plan to? How can we justify having children when they cannot consent to being brought here, a place which will seriously harm them? A place which will harm them? Questionable. Justify having children? Well, reproduction is how you carry on the species if we're talking at a macro level, right? So I don't know what you mean by justify bringing children into the room. I do think our reliance on things like on materials and shit like that have made not only ourselves more reliant, right? We need GPS to get anywhere, and we need things to be happy, right? That's not an evolutionary positive thing overall. So which has in turn made humans very vulnerable. So you need to kind of take care of them. One of the most vulnerable, like baby animals, as I was reading that or watching some video about that shit not too long ago. So yeah, you need to take care of them and stuff. And I mean, technically you don't need to, they can die, but I don't understand what you mean by how can we justify having them when they can't consent to being brought here. Like, what? How can you justify not having them when you can? I don't know. Who makes the rules? You could say, well, why is murdering wrong? Well, why would you take life away? You know, I feel like that's just not appreciating what life is. And how the connection and energy can be exchanged between two lives. And that's the missing piece of people who go down that route. And I mean, that's a crazy heady topic, and I'm down to get into it. But a place which will seriously harm them is a highly pessimistic way of looking at it. I think it's a place which they can have an enormous amount of experiences and pleasure, and obviously bad shit too. But it's just life, bro. It's just life. Sarah, access denied, got crazy hot nuts and decided to eat them last night. Oh man, that sentence is wild. Jonko Johnson, phones have shortened our attention span in the last 10 years by like 5 seconds, and now some of us have a shorter attention span than a goldfish. Sure. I would argue that short attention spans, you know, they might not be good, but I don't know why someone would classify them as bad. You know, you're gonna be moving on to more things. You're gonna observe more things quicker. Like for me, I feel like I have a semi-short attention span. Phones may have caused that, right? Phones may have caused that, but also having shorter attention spans means that it's more identifiable. You're gonna be able to identify things that you like or fuck with more quickly just by the fact that you've spent more time on them, right? I think that's very interesting. I think there's positives and negatives to everything. And phones also enabled us to talk with each other. And I think connection is one of the most important things. So, yeah, you could look at bad side of certain things, or quote unquote perceived bad sides with shorter attention spans. I don't even necessarily think it's bad. Why do you need a long attention span? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that you do or don't. I'm just asking, why do you need a long attention span? To do what? Be in the moment, focus on your breath. I would argue that having an attention span helps you become one with like the moment and all that. I believe it's better, but I don't necessarily think one's better or not. You doing reaction to vids? You should check out song "Working" by Harry Mack. Not today. I'm doing, and we're already over an hour. God damn, this Q&A session has been amazing, man. Appreciate everyone in here. Jiken Tech Matak. Not doing reactions today. But Mondays are more music Mondays, so definitely doing more reactions there. And I've heard "Workin" by Harry Mack. I've heard probably all this shit, but yeah, fire. What else? All right. Hachiko dog eating hot nuts sounds sus. LMAO. Oh man. The problem with children is that people act like their children are theirs when in actuality they get born through you, but they are their own person. Yeah, I think that's a big issue with just society, like parenting in general. Especially because people, want to achieve things through their children, which means they can't achieve things through their own mind and themselves, which not only like anyone who's trying to achieve shit through their children is binding down two people, themselves and the child. It's never just the child who's suffering in those scenarios. It's the parent who's suffering that isn't self-aware enough to understand that they're suffering, so they're pushing that towards their children. But yeah, that's 100% true, Janko. Ron says, hey, that's true. We have been degrading as a collective species, especially in the past 2,000 years, which is quite recent as per the timeline of the Earth and civilization. I don't think I've said that. I don't think I've said we've been degrading. I actually said the opposite. I think whoever thinks that we're degrading highly is misconstruing what evolution actually is. And what understanding what is. That actually makes sense, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. I used is 3 times in a row. I just think we're going to a different place. I don't know why degrading is the word. Sarah says it's nice to see another side of you. Appreciate that. And now since the internet is getting stronger every day and not being used properly by us, everything is short-lived. Sure, everything is simple and much more easy when it comes to documenting, but same will be the case for future people to hunt down human history, as there is simply too much data. Yeah, I mean, I think within atoms and within cells, and DNA obviously is a great example of this, things are already being documented within like a cosmic sense. It's just now our own visuals can realize them, right? Can relive them and see them. Are you going to be able to rewind the simulation? Like, are you going to be able to simulate the rewind of occurrences based off chemical reactions that have happened, have not happened? Maybe you could. Maybe that'll happen at some point. Maybe not. But I think it's been easier for our own perception of documentation to develop, for sure. And whether that's a good or bad thing, again, there's no good or bad to me. There's just what is. But yeah, I don't even know where this conversation is going, bro. I really don't know where this conversation is going. I'm just rambling. But I do think human brains are evolving, and whether they evolve into some crazy AI, whether they combine with AI to achieve that next state of evolution for the human mind, or maybe humans just die out in a new fucking, I don't know, fucking cockroaches find a way to grow and have a brain. I don't fucking know. But yeah. Where we at though? This session, man. People chilling with me today. Love this stream, bro. Tristan Clark, peace out. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that love. Yeah, we're gonna go at least 15 more minutes. Probably 15 more minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I got some shit to do. I actually don't have a new Omegle bar or monkey bars or whatever. I don't have that set right now. I don't have the clips needed. So I might need to go and try to record some stuff. But yeah, you guessed it. You can take DNA samples from stones. We contain all the minerals, metals inside our bodies, as did these giant creatures that lived before the flood. Check the dragon in Morocco. Dragon, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. Oh, the mud fossils that you were talking about? Yeah, I can believe there's some human DNA and human stuff within fossils, especially when people were like mining shit and whatever. And I mean, humans get buried, right? So if like part of your bones contain your DNA, right? I mean, every cell in your body contains your DNA. So bones can 100% get crushed. And I took geology in college too. So like the way rocks form and shit, and fossils form and shit, it's just pressurized ground. It's pressurized dirt, essentially. Just everything is pressurized earth. Gold is pressurized fucking earth. So is iron, so is coal, so like it's just Earth in pressure with different inputs of, you know, distance to the core versus the sky versus the climate around the area versus are you near an ocean or not, is there a tectonic plate there, or like it's just about pressurized Earth, and if your bones are in Earth then it can 100% be in fossils. So yeah, I 100% believe that. But yeah, Jason Burns. Totally different subject. Did anyone watch Mark Rebier streaming with DJ Premier and this dope bassist? It was fire. I did click on that. I did listen to a little bit. I want to listen to it a little bit more. I might do another jam sesh type video to that. I don't know how open it is for some freestyles to get thrown in there with the beats that they were making, the music that they were making. But that's right up my alley. They were going crazy. I mean, they were vibing super hard. The bassist was nasty. Obviously, DJ Premier, all time. Mark Rebier, also all time at this point. So amazing stream, amazing collab. Most gold came from supernovas, maybe. I'm not sure. I'd believe it. I would need to read about that because of the high force and energy from the explosions. You need that type of force to create that type of pressure to make. Maybe I could believe it. I'll go check out this book from Ernst Muldashev, Where We Came From. Interesting. I'm guessing it's about where we came from. Alex R saying, you're a legend, bro. Hey, appreciate that, homie. If you're here, you're a legend. It says that in my description. I mean it. So, you're a legend too. We're all legends. What else? I think I got through everything. I might need to close out with a freestyle. Let me close out with a freestyle. And we're out. So let's do that. Shouts out everyone in the room, man. This was a fire session. God damn, bro. Easily one of my favorite sessions. Want to toss on that classic? What classic? I don't know what classic you're talking about. I don't know what classic you're talking about. But I do want to go on. Oh, the classic closer? Ah, for sure, homie. It's right here in the suggestions. Hey, D Snacks, what's good, homie? Patrick Revere, what's good? Gotta give props to you for creating such a community in a year, man. The community is crazy. Genuinely feel like family, like a second family, or third family. I feel like I have a second family. Which are the boys from back home. But yeah, definitely a family in here. Appreciate all y'all. So this is the classic closer that my man Michael wanted. This is also one of the beats that we first spat to with Mack in one of our lessons. In the first lesson, there were 2 beats. So that's kind of when I started my freestyle playlist, beat playlist, and yeah. Anyway, you know that I'm going up only to a different state of mind. Saying sup, homie, to the dude. He gon' chill me, spit the facts. Yes, you know I'm seeing D snacks in the room, and the beats gonna be D snacks that I consume. Con's gonna be zooming through your mind. Who gonna be rooming quickest dude? Who be spitting you the slicker, quicker little tones? Flicker in the fire. Yes, you gon' admire all the lyrics that I spit. You leaving so inspired. As I'm gonna take the volume up, I'm gonna slide it to another level. Yes, I'm gliding. Lie it in your mind, I'm never lying, but I'm roaring, soaring, flying like a lion, bald eagle as I'm scalding all the people listening to fire that I'm gonna be speaking from the heavens. Yes, it's blessed with the lessons that I'm teaching in the lessons. Damn, see what we doing? Yes, I got the time. Spitting you the truest lyrics, it is nice. Yes, they gonna want it, lyrically enticed. Every day, Q&A, heat he gon' be the dude who take a beat and speak it really sweet. Yes, you gonna see me as I'm gonna spit the lyrics for you every day. I'm entering your fucking spirits. Hey, how we doing? Yes, I'm gonna be just gotten lyrical energy bouncing like a Spalding. Every day I'm gonna shook y'all, kick it up a 90, but I don't write, it's football. See, that's a filler ball for me. I'm gonna speak it really quick and I get the heat from Anton. It seems I got the BGN in the room, you know that he just sends the love. It be yellow in the super duper chat. I'm gonna show you that I do a rap to your mind. Yes, I'm gonna abuse a track, produce you all the facts that you gon' wanna tune into. Oh, yes, it's every night. Haha, let me tell you that I got the filler bar. Every day I'm gonna spit the illest hard lyrical cause that I be choosing. Yes, I'm picking it up. You gonna see me getting you 52. See, I'm nifty dude with the lyrics and the sifted truth that I'm gonna go and give to you. Each to own with the lyrics that I speak to yo. Hold up, yes, I'm eking tunes right up through the line. Yes, I'm getting greater every day. I'm rising levels. Yes, I'm feel like elevator. What we doing? Yes, I do all the great shit, never failing. Yes, I'm smooth sailing on the beat. Yes, a sailing to what I wanna be. Every day I'm gonna give you the hop to free. Bop up and down, cop all your time, and I know that I'm never gonna be stopping now. I breathe, breeze, you the ease, those are the paint that I'm painting with the lyrical energy. I'm starving, should've picked up tacos or some Chick-fil-A. Yes, you probably should've did that, homie, get today. Yes, I got the lyrics, yes, I get it. In my mind, you know I'm looking at the introspection. All the spectrums of the thoughts up in my mind, up all the energies I range up. Yes, it's strange with the lines that I be speaking, so it's strange up in the thoughts up in my mind. I'm gonna show you that I'm never feeling angst. I just got the time to spit all of the answers, so fly in the solve the problems that be going through my mind. I know that I involve the lyrics, I evolve every day as I'm giving you the spirit. I know that we going glacial, icy roads, spitting you, yes, you amazed with the hotter tones. Spectrum of the lights, yes, I'm gonna be wavy and I'm grabbing you tonight as I'm stabbing you the vibes of the frequencies and sequences of hurts that I be breathing thee. Gonna be getting so crazy as I'm up in this. What I said is gonna go through red like fuck. I was trying to use infrared. Damn. See, yes, I had to speak you all the small flows like it's gamma. Waving in your mind with the thoughts that I define. Radio waves gon' find cons, spit you the large, never micro type vibes. But I'm soft with the lines that I lie on your mind, on the essays of the rhymes that I write to you guys. With the thicker lines bold, underlined in my soul, leaning you with the hot tones. That cadence though, Alex, I appreciate that, bro. Anton Vasilev, classic session again. Yo, this low key, I think this was my favorite session in a minute. After the Eminem session, that was also I fuck with that session. Those beats are crazy. Have you ever been to Turkey? Yes, I have. It's Istanbul mostly. I've been to other cities as well. But Turkey's, you know, my parents' hometown, and so therefore my hometown, the motherland. So yeah, I do want to go around Turkey and see all the dope views. You know, a lot of those random pictures you see on like some Google Slides type shit, you know, on TVs, in lobbies, like you'll find a lot of random Turkish places that look just amazing in those pictures. So I feel like that's something I always see, and I always want to be like, yo, I gotta go around Turkey and catch those sights, you know, because Istanbul's dope, but it's definitely more an urban vibe, not like a paradise type of vibe. But yeah, this was fire, guys. You know, might as well do another beat to get to the 90-minute mark. But see how I stack raps to the dude Spartacus. I know that they said it really weird, but I needed to give you all the vibe. The outro is too chill, yes you got to chill. And I'm gonna spit the sicker flows, you feeling ill. Every day I'm gonna tell you that I'm in my villainous with lyrics that I'm gonna instill. Still be the dope gorilla of the flows. Oh, hold up, yes I'm giving you dope lyrical energy. Hop on it, beat it like a bongo. Johnson gon' be tuning in, it gon' be Jonko. I know that I'm gon' be spitting, never gonna stop though. But I feel you fulfilling flows as I'm twinkling like the dope star up in the sky. You know it's starry night with the brushes of the light that I paint up on your mind. I know that I'm so intertwined in my mind. Now hold up, what you thought? Yes, I'm gonna be crazy on the team. I see what I do. Pyro Muffin gonna know that I'm bruising all your minds with the lyrical afloat. See my great grandpa moved to America from Turkey back during Dub 1. See, yes I got to float and show you that I'm gonna be chilling out in New Constantinople. It's gonna be Istanbul, and I'm gonna spit on you all the lyrics that you want. Damn, see I got to just jump and then see the comments he be saying few months ago. You were just learning to stay in pockets, now you got a whole ass pouch. Yes I'm hopping, yes I got to do what I got to do. Kicking you, jumping on the beat like a kangaroo. Hold up, what we doing? Yes I got to spit these lyrics out to 613 Big D. Damn, what we doing? Yes I got the lyrics. Every day I'm feeling really fucking different, and you know I'm slapping flows for ya up every day. I'm chilling beautiful like it's Cappadocia. No cap, but I'm a dose of ya with the lyrics that I'm spitting, dunking like PJ Dozier. Shouts out to the people who know. What I'm talking about is golden nuggets of the flow. I'm gonna show you that I'm going up inside my fucking soul. I'm gonna be dunking on your mind as I be thunking all these lines up in my mind. I'm in the bunker now, I'm showing you the light that you need. I got an infinite supply of fucking flows. I'm eating beats, be the feast. The kind is gonna fucking know up every day. He's gonna easily just speak the easels. Be he painting canvases, advances inside the paragraphs that he be getting in the letters. Burn it on your page. You're gonna turn it to the page. A book I'm gonna say of the brain, rain thoughts through the storms in my mind. Hold on for dear life as he goes on. Run on with the sentences I throw. Intensive with the lessons that I'm getting right to you. You're gonna see me up in your ICU. I see. Loot's fine, you know that I'm gonna do this. Confidence increases and you know you're gonna do this. Just pass through Bulgaria, man. I'm gonna throw you all the lyrics, yes, I'm scary, man. And when you go, just holla at me. You got your bro and family here too, homie. Yes, you got to know that I love the love that I'm getting from the people up inside of the comment section. Yes, I got time to give you one more ball. That's gonna be the gratitude that I'ma know, y'all. Let me rap at you the gratitude. I got the happy attitude, cause they be tuning into me, just rap to you. Peace out to the people. Yes, I got the lines in my mind and I see you. Cons an absolute genius, homie, see you. He's a coder, producer, designer, freestyler, and God knows how many other skills that the con knows. And God knows that I'm gonna do it till I'ma know God. Is you gonna know that I'm gonna be flow God? Every day I'm gonna flow on. I run on with the sentences I throw. Yo, hold on. Yes, you're gonna see me go cold. Yes, I'm gonna speak these lines bold. I've done code, some data science shit, more Python than like JavaScript. But yeah, definitely. Also, electrical engineering graduate from U of I, Illinois. So a bar that I'll peel back on is I'm entering your blood like an IV, healing your soul with the powerful of flows. P equals IV, power equals current times voltage. Whenever I say IV, through the flow, through the current, through your vein, like blood, that's a double on power equaling current times voltage. And I say that a lot. I don't know if anyone actually has ever gotten that. Sometimes I hit it cleanly as a bar, but sometimes it just kind of is a filler bar at this point. But yeah, IV flowing powerful through your blood is a double. But yes, we move it. Yeah, I mean, been grinding for a while is so true. The grind is not just rap. The grind is fucking life, bro. Just being curious about shit and obsessing. Obsessive behavior, I think, is actually positive. I'd rather be obsessive here and there and know how to control it than never have the obsessive vibe, you know. Anyway, density equals mass over volume, 100%, bro. You know, I speak you the mass as I up the volume, because the con gonna spaz as he condense the mad tunes. That don't really work, but condense is another one of my favorites, because I can con is gonna dent in your mind, so condense, and then I'm gonna spit the condensed rhyme schemes like concentrated, but I'm also gonna like condense, like the droplets that I'm saying on the mic gonna evaporate with the steam that I speak on the mic, and the team's gonna see me so fluidly. Just breathe these easy, speak easy secrecies. Speak easy secrets that turn you up is also speak easy prohibition bar that's become filler for me, but also a double. So yeah. But yeah, man, let's go. We're gonna move on and call it a day. This has been absolutely my favorite session in a minute. Can't even lie about that. It passed so quickly. Still 19 people chilling with me. Appreciate y'all, Michael, Ron, D333 or 333 or 333, however you want to say the triple threes, the triple threat, really. How you could pronounce 333. But yeah, man, Jose Hernandez, thanks for having us. No, thank you for having me. Marlon, I see what Marlon's up to, man. Definitely hyped for what Marlon's up to. I still got to catch up on the Corday shit. But yeah, that's gonna happen. Anton, Chillin, peace out, Papa Tony, Patrick, Spartacus. Appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.